man, I want to see Petr Yan get a title shot. Just after this performance and fight, how can you not love Petr Yan and Petr Yan striking? I mean, okay, I know logistically that may mean he has to fight O'Malley again, and seeing what happens with Umar and Merab, but oh man, this is just the Petr Yan I love, like full glaze. Honestly, his striking is it's honestly on another level. The uppercuts, the hooks, the knees, his clinching, the trip that he had, just his overall boxing and Thai combinations. Oh my God, his striking bag is just absolutely insane, and I really, really want to see him back in this title picture for the bantamweight division. But what's up, everyone? Trixster back here again. I know. Another 2 weeks just for, and this time it's just for a UFC fight night. I didn't even cover UFC 309, but y'all got to just trust the projects are in motion. I'm going on break soon. It's Thanksgiving next week, so happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hopefully we'll have more time, and I'm working on stuff. It's been slow because school's been ramping up, but I'm making it work, guys. I promise, and of course I'm sorry too, but I'll get it done. So UFC Macau happened, and I'm here to break it down, give what the ELO's looking like, of course, and I'll actually be doing a bit of post breakdown also for Jones and Miocic since I missed that. So make sure to stick around to the end, and after I talk about these Macau fights that I really want to talk about. So the card was at 3 a.m. Not exactly ideal, but my boy Petr Yan won, so big W. And bro was back in the win streak column. He had that win against Song Yadong, and Song Yadong's a tough dude, and him beating Figgy as well is just, man, I think I speak for everyone when I say this was just like a really feel-good moment. I can't think of a person who hates Petr Yan. Like, we all love Petr Yan, and it's just so dope to see him get like this win, especially against Figgy. Like, I feel like people like underwhelm or like don't really talk about Figgy like that highly, but he's kind of a beast in his own way. He made the jump up to bantamweight. He had that pretty good win against Cheeto or whatever, and he still had like a hell of a performance. He dropped Yan, for heaven's sake, and no one does that. O'Malley couldn't even drop Yan, and O'Malley's like kind of known for that, right? Just to recap though, going round by round, I suppose, I can't lie, I was a little worried in the first round watching. I mean, I already knew the result, but like, watching it back, I was like, oh shoot, Figgy got the takedown on Yan, and I was like, oh man, dude. I saw Merab versus Peter in person. Like, that's the only like UFC event I've been to. I saw that in person. It was going to be the same story, but nope. Yan was there. He reversed it, laid some mean ground and pound for 2 minutes or whatever. And then on the way up, when Figgy was getting up, he hit him with a very nice knee in true Piotr fashion with his very technical Muay Thai and boxing. And going on to the second round, I mean, this was kind of just like a flow state round for Piotr, to be honest. It was just beautiful combinations, and just watching how technical he is feels like poetry. Figgy, of course, did have some nice strikes. I got to give him his flowers where it's due. But come on now. Yan pieced up Figgy. Like, I think that was extremely clear. He sets up everything with these, like, beautiful feints. And then his kick into punch or punch into kick combos is just so fluid. It's, like, so just satisfying to watch, to be honest. Like, as someone who appreciates striking and just loves watching really good striking, it's just, oh my God, like, it was just so sweet to see. His knees, like the elbows, I don't know, man. I think I'm just a Petr Glazer at this point, but it's all right. And at the sweep, I keep forgetting the sweep. How can we forget the sweep at the end of the round? Again, it just feels like an actual flow state for Petr that he gets into, and I think that just kind of lasted the rest of the fight. Round 3, Yan looked like he dropped Figgy with an uppercut. Technically, it wasn't, like, looking at slow-mo, technically not a knockdown, as like Figgy was already going for a takedown and just ended up eating that punch, which I got to give my hats off to Figgy for eating just so many brutal punches. Like, I don't know how Figgy survived some of these, but he got dropped when he was going for a takedown, or just the momentum was reversed, whatever. I also love from Petr, just, I think when you watch his fights, like, his clinch work again, like when he sticks out his arms, and he's always like, I don't know, it just feels like clinch me, Figgy, I freaking dare you, like, come in the clinch with me. And then in the clinch, like, when he does eventually come to the clinch, Yan just knows what to do, like, gets him with an uppercut. I think the uppercuts are probably what was the most, like, satisfying and just really cool to watch. Like, he hit him with so many uppercuts in this fight. And yeah, I mean, it was kind of just, domination from Petr in round 3, I'd say. Round 4, which was arguably Figgy's round, people, I thought, okay, I'm not going to lie, I probably still would have gave it to Petr, but Figgy technically did drop him, so I don't know, there's argument for Figgy there. And, again, something's got to be said about Jan's uppercut game. It's just genuinely so clean, but Figgy did land some nice shots, and Figgy did drop him, but I don't know, Jan was still landing a whole lot more. It really only seems like a few shots that kind of did anything to Jan, like that one right hand, and I don't know, I'd still personally give the round to Yan, but again, that's probably just me glazing. And the last round, round 5, I feel like I've kind of said everything that needed to be said, like about how he got this win and just the phenomenal performance. But it was just a phenomenal fight overall. Like, it was just, such a fun bantamweight fight. And of course, hats off to Yan. Very commanding win. Great. Again, it's just really great to see. Well, anyways, here, because I'm the ELO dude, to look at his ELO, he is at 1,139.95. And, while he's not at his peak, he's coming his way back. He's, he's only 10 points behind his peak, which is like really cool. And I guess what's next for Yan? I'd say let him have O'Malley. I think Yan won the first fight. That's just me. I know there's some pretty big O'Malley fans in the chat or the comments, whatever. But I don't know. To me, Yan kind of did win that fight, and I think I want to see them run it back. I want to see Yan get his revenge, make up for the robbery. Anyways, speaking of peaks, though, unfortunately, it would be Figgy, who just lost when he was at his peak, and I didn't even know he was at his peak. Bro is still very high, though. He has an ELO of 1,170, and that's no small feat, of course. And looking at his ELO over time, I didn't realize how much ELO he gained from beating up Rod Vaughn, Garbrandt, and Cheeto. I think something does need to be said about where Figgy lies in featherweight or not featherweight, flyweight and bantamweight all time, because despite the loss, I still genuinely he flies under the radar for a lot of people. Bro is. He's 36, he's getting older, whatever, but he's had a pretty long career, and, he's beat up some big names, I'd say. I think there's got to be argument for, where he lies, in all-time, rankings and stuff like that. But again, that's for you guys to decide, discuss in the comments and all that. Anyways, this next fight I really wanted to cover on the Macau card, just, it's kind of different. It's not one of, the main fights. I just thought it was, kind of, hilarious, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Dr. Sleep, the new girl on the block, Xi Ming. Man, she's a treasure. Bro, she is so adorable. But her knockout? Oh my god, insanely brutal. I do hope Feng is all good, but oh my god, she was looking like a mummy after that knockout, straight up. I don't know, I kind of just wanted to give my hats off to her and share the clip of her being a doctor, which I found really amusing.
This division, I have bad eyes. I'm not I don't have enough testosterone, but in this octagon, I'm the boss.
She for real be sending her opponents to the hospital just to heal them later, and that's crazy work, to be honest. Dr. Sleep is such a badass nickname too. And to top it all off, of course, her current ELO is her peak ELO. That's just GOAT behavior, to be honest. I don't know, she's my new little niche fighter, favorite niche fighter, whatever. Well, I hope you guys are still here after that little tangent. Let's talk about Jones and Miocic for a bit. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's much to say, actually. Jones did it again. He looked fine. Miocic just looked really, really bad. And I don't really know what else to say besides that. Jones kind of just did whatever he wanted to Miocic. And I guess moving forward, I do want John, obviously, to fight Aspinall. I think, if John can do that, that's just will further convince his people that he's the GOAT and all that, whatever, but I don't know if that'll happen. I also I think John handled the situation really badly about his wording about why he doesn't want to fight Tom, but I also at the same time understand in a way. I don't know, I just I get where he's coming from, but I don't know, I think he just handled everything really poorly. But it's, I don't know, the fight happened. He got the knockout, of course, in round 3. I think that's what most people were predicting. He increases his overall lead in the peak rankings, now being at 1,354. His chart is just monstrous, though. I didn't realize how insane it is just to look at that chart, just because it's that's that trend upward. I don't know. I guess I didn't really have much to really talk about that besides just show the ELO and say it was kind of whatever. But one more thing to leave off on, would you guys want to see a part 2.5 to the ELO engine? Mostly where I just go into little details, more about the model, finding people's favorite fighters, create rankings and comparing them to the UFC, of course. Part 3 has taken me a little while, and it's mostly because of school, but I do hate like to keep you guys and everyone waiting. But maybe doing like a semi update would be fun, where I show fighters, show the fan favorites, just kind of show where people are at. I think that'd be like a really fun video. Just let me know, and I'll get to work on that, because that should be a bit easier to do. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little breakdown of Petr Yan and Figgy, and also I guess Dr. Sleep and John Jones, not Dr. Jones. Yeah, all of you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Stay safe, and I'll take care and all that. Yeah.